Hi, it's Betsy at iStampC, and we're going to create a, I think it's kind of easy, won't take too much time, page tab. And we're going to use jumbo playing cards. I've had this in my crafty stash since who knows how long, and I said we need to use it up. So we're going to make, I will show you, this nifty, quick and easy page tab. Okay? So, and I'm also, which I'll be posting the video as well, we're going to make a few page tabs for this journal right here. We're going to be using envelopes, and we'll share more in another video, but the page will go inside like so, and the page tag can go on the top, or it can go on the side. Okay, let me move this a little bit more so that you can see. Those are the options. I'm sure there's different ways that you can make these, but that's what we're going to do in a brief bit. So in terms of supplies, if you don't have a jumbo playing card, the dimensions are 7 by almost 4.5. Yes, 4.5. So 7 by 4.5. And I like the heft of the playing card, but again, you can use a folder, 110 cardstock, but I'm trying to use all the things that we have in our stash. Let's see. These tags I've had forever in my stash. These are Miss Sparkle and Company, and it's 30 count. These are 3 different sizes that I've had, and I think I got these in Joann's years ago. You'll need a scoring, your paper trimmer and your scoring tool. You'll need some ribbon or thread, and I have this here, and all my embellies fell over, but you'll need a couple of eyelets, depending on how many tags you want to add to the pocket. And you will need, if I can pick this up, you'll also need some colorful brads. You'll need a couple of flower paper punchers. You'll need a corner rounder, but not necessarily. You can use your scissors. And let's see, you'll need the tools for the eyelets. Of course, your scissors. You'll need glue of choice. I'm using Scotch, and I'm also using 3-in-1. Okay, so what I will do, it does take some time. You want to fully allow your cardstock to, oh, and you'll also need these fabric clips. I was at a local fabric store earlier this summer, and I had never seen them this large, and they were actually on sale, so I grabbed a little bag of them. But you want to allow the cardstock that you'll be putting on the front and the back of the jumbo card to fully dry, because otherwise your paper will definitely tear. Just a quick little tip. So I have, we'll make one, and then we'll do one that I semi-started, and then we'll put one together. I did sew the back I did sew the tag that's on the back because it gives it the strength that I need. You could use glue, but I don't want to wait for the glue to dry. I wanted to whip this out, and I want to be able to use it in my my journal. But again, it's completely and absolutely up to you. So I will, well, why don't I, let me pause for a second and let me clear off this mess, and I will be back. So I've changed my mind, and I will actually show you how I cut out the jumbo tag. And I meant to mention that, I don't know, but I've had this since 2008. Do y'all remember Miss Elizabeth's at the Dollar Tree when things were actually $1? Yes, 2008. I've had this, and I said, you're going to start using it. And I love the colors. Pretty appropriate for fall. So what I do is, and I'm using this color right here. I will put myself in frame as best I can. I will measure as close as possible to the edges. And I don't worry too much about rounding the corners because I will do that afterwards, okay? So I will trace the jumbo playing card, and then we'll fold the paper like so. And this way I'm cutting two of them at the same time. So you don't need to see me cut. I wanted to show you how I try to make the process just a little easier. And I will allow this to dry, and we'll show you the cutting measurements in a second, okay? Okay, so the jumbo playing card is dry and ready to be scored. Before, though, I do the scoring, I absolutely want to trim the edges, and it's completely up to you which size you wish to use. And here are the measurements. You'll need to score 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 4 1/4. Okay, and then I'll show you what it'll look like in just a sec. So you'll want to score 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and then 4 1/4. Okay, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, 4 1/4. Now you're going to cut at the 3 1/2 mark. And for some reason, I misplaced the trimmer here, and you cut right in the middle. Okay, so you'll make 2 page tabs from this jumbo playing card. And then I want to use the smallest edge, just my preference, to round the corners. Okay, I'll put this away, and then I quickly want to distress the edges And then I want to bend. And distress the edges a little bit more. And this is where you'll need your glue of choice, and you want to do the edges, okay? And again, if you want to fold this up even further, it's completely up to you. That's just my preference. And then you'll need the fabric pins to give it time to actually dry up, and I will be back. Okay, so while this is still drying, I will sew the tag to the back, and this is what will slide inside the page as the tuck. And I will be back. Okay, so I've affixed the tag with a little bit of sewing, and as I said earlier, you don't have to do the sewing. You could just use your glue of choice and just allow it to dry. And I'm just toning down the white thread a little bit. We'll remove, some people like the thread. Sometimes I do. It just depends on the style that I'm working on. If it's like wicked grungy, yes, absolutely. I love the threads hanging on the side, because I will affix some beads or something like that. Alrighty, so what you'll do next is grab your flowers, just stress them a little bit if you'd like, and now I want to add the jump ring, goodness gracious, the eyelet. You want to make sure that you do not add the eyelet before you sew, because that will, you'll damage your sewing machine. I do not want you to do that. So make sure that you add the eyelet after you have sewn the tag. And I will list below as many items as possible, just in case. I hope I'm doing this right. No, this way, Betsy. Whoops. Let's see. Did I save it? Yes. And then you want to choose 2 tags. I don't know if I want to add these 2 tags in this particular tab that I'm making, but I do want to add the flowers, and I'm just using some of the calculation pad paper that we're going to use to make the envelope journal that I'll be sharing in an upcoming video. So what I will do is, but what I wanted to say is you'll have to trim your tags a tad so that they fit inside. Again, you don't have to use tags. You can use any other embellishment that comes, you know, that inspires you. Because that's how I create. I will have something in mind, and sometimes I'll write it out, and then as I'm putting together the whatever it is that I'm working on at the time, I will change it up. Yes, I will do that, and I'm probably not the only one that does that, but that's how creative minds, I think, tick. So I'm adding this brad that I've had forever. I don't even think that company is around. I think it was like the little bicycle or the little bike or something like that. But if I find them, I'll definitely list it below. And then you want to add, actually, I don't want the art glitter glue. I want the 3-in-1 glue instead. You could use a foam dot if you'd like to add your flower. You can also stamp and emboss a word here, or I mean there's all sorts of things that you can do to give it your touch in terms of what you're hoping to achieve. So here that's how easy this page tab is, and as I showed earlier, it's going to go inside this really cool journal that we're going to make together. It's right now, it's being held by these pins, but I think these page tabs are going to look wicked awesome. And see, like so. And you can also put it to the side if you'd like. Okay. And don't forget, you don't have to immediately add your ribbon. You can do that afterwards. It's completely up to you. But any questions, sweet friends, please let me know. Thank you for your time with me. I hope it truly inspires you to create your own page tabs. These, it's day 3, part 3, if you will. And please like, subscribe. Until next time, be blessed.